When I started my journey raising a grandchild, the first question I remember asking myself is, how do I do this? How do I raise a grandchild at my age? If you're asking that question, this video is for you. So you have your grandchildren with you. And for some of you, your grandchildren came into your life for you to raise them through some very traumatic events, right? Either your grandchildren's parents are addicts and are unable to take care of your children, and they're now in your care, or they have been abused and traumatized, or your children died unexpectedly, as mine did. My grandson came to me at age 3. I began raising him the night his mom, my daughter, passed away unexpectedly in a car accident. So the first thing that I think is important for us as grandparents to do is to make sure that they're well physically, that they're well mentally, and that they're well emotionally. So schedule an appointment with a pediatrician or with a child psychologist to do an assessment of where your grandchildren are at. Most grandchildren that comes into our care and custody have been traumatized. They have seen things that you could not even imagine, especially if they came out of a drug-addicted family, a family that was abusive. Whatever that situation is, your grandchildren perhaps have seen things that has traumatized them. So get them in with a professional that can talk to them and help them process some of these things that's going on in their brains, going on in their psyche and in their body. So get that addressed. So that's very, very important. Secondly, get legal advice. You want to consult with an attorney and get an emergency guardianship or emergency custody right away, because you want to make sure that your grandchildren are in your care legally, because you want to have a reason and a piece of document that tells you and others that you are legally responsible for these grandchildren, and nobody can just come in and take them away. Okay? Take them out of your safety. So get that done right away. Thirdly, this is very important. When you have a time to take a breather, if you're married, you and your spouse, if you're not, just sit down and make a plan about what your future is going to look like. Make a plan financially. Do you need to adjust your retirement plans? Do you need to call your financial planner and have a conversation about what the future is going to look like? Where is your finances going to come from? If you are working full-time, do you need to make adjustments to your work hours? Do you need to secure a babysitter? Do you need to talk to some local experts to see if you could get some assistance and benefits your way to help raise these grandchildren? Whatever that is, just take a breather, sit down, and make a plan. Fourth, and this is very, very important, if you are married, your spouse is still in your life, or your significant other is in your life, you want to make a pact with each other that you protect your relationship. Most importantly, your bedroom is your sanctuary. Do not begin the habit of allowing your grandchildren sleeping with you in the bed. That is important. Let me tell you, because if that relationship of you and your spouse breaks down, it's going to impact everything else in your life, especially your grandchildren. And that is also where you find your sanity with each other, the support system that will help caring for your grandchildren just a little bit easier. Okay, so protect that sanctuary, protect your bedroom, protect that space. If your grandchildren needs you at night, you go and sleep with them for that night in their bedroom. Don't bring them into your bedroom. Okay, so I think I've kind of said that enough. So that is the fourth one. Lastly, this is the messy part. Create some boundaries, and I will address this in more depth in later videos, but create some boundaries around your grandchildren's parents and them. They are with you for a reason. They are with you because their parents are not able to care for them, or their parents are harmful to them. So don't bring that back into your grandchildren's lives when they're with you. So create some boundaries. If the boundary means that your grandchildren's parents cannot see them for a period of time, so be it. Remember, you have legal, physical guardianship of your children or custody of your children. Do not introduce the chaos that created trauma in your grandchildren's lives back in. You protect them. You care for them. You keep them safe, even if that means that your grandchildren never see their parents again. I know it sounds harsh. I know it sounds drastic, but sometimes that is exactly what your grandchildren needs. I wish you the best. I am so proud of us. I think that I know that we are hope dealers to our grandchildren, and they will have a great, happy, and successful life because we chose to stand in the gap and protect them.